Hi, Rachelle here, your herbalist and holistic health practitioner and the host of Plant-Based. Today we are coming to you from Supernatural Cafe in Brooklyn. Today I'm going to talk to you about fermentation. Fermentation has been around as long as humans have. It is a chemical transformation that turns carbohydrates and sugar into carbon dioxide, acid, and alcohol. It is a preservation method that has allowed people all over the world for thousands of years to preserve meat, dairy, vegetables, and beverages. The process of fermentation breaks down anti-nutrients, so nutrients that we don't want, bad ones that will make us sick or that will sort of argue with our digestion. By doing that, it is making food safer to eat, easier to digest, oftentimes more nutritious, and full of those great bacteria that we love, probiotics. Fermented food is full of probiotics. That is that good bacteria that can help with digestion, it can help with mood, weight balance, immunity, the list just goes on and on and on. So fermented foods for the win. Fermentation is really critical for the digestibility of some categories of foods. So for me, grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds should always be fermented in some form in order for us to eat them without digestive upset. The process of fermentation in a seed, for example, you soak, you sprout, and as that plant is sprouting, the fermentation has broken down these anti-nutrients, these things that are difficult for our body to digest. And now you have a food that is live, it is literally growing, and it's easier for you to digest. So you have more goodness and it's easier to absorb that goodness. Fermented food can be really simple to make. So there are, complicated and beautiful recipes that can take weeks and weeks and months to ferment, but you can also do really quick ferments at home and reap all the benefits that I just mentioned in a few days. So today we're going to make a really simple sauerkraut recipe, and the individual ingredients are beneficial as well as the process that we're going to put them through. So we'll start with cabbage. Cabbage is a beautiful cruciferous vegetable. Cruciferous are some of the most nutrient, sort of rich and important vegetables on the planet. The cabbage, which a lot of people have trouble digesting, will be easier to digest because we're fermenting it. We'll add a little bit of sea salt, which is an important electrolyte. We all need the salt to live. And we will use some fennel seeds. And fennel seeds are a perfect food medicine. They're a spice and they are awesome for digestion. I actually recommend fennel seeds in a tea or just by the small handful to a lot of my clients who have issues digesting their lunch or dinner, say. All right, so let's make some gut healthy sauerkraut.
Cut the cabbage in half and remove the core. Thinly slice the cabbage into shreds or small pieces. Think coleslaw. Cover with salt. Massage forcefully with your bare hands until the cabbage softens, releases its moisture, and turns bright purple. Loosely pack the sliced cabbage into clean glass jars. Firmly press down on the cabbage to release any air bubbles and ensure it's fully submerged, and cover completely with water. Leave the jars at room temperature for 3 days. By the end of 3 days, the sauerkraut should have a clean, lightly sour smell and taste. When ready, place the jars in the refrigerator and wait about 5 more days for the flavor of your red cabbage sauerkraut to fully develop.
Here you have your super healthy, probiotic, gut thrilling, nutrient bioavailable sauerkraut. So I recommend sauerkraut all the time. You can mix it into your salads. It is awesome with a little bit of fat, so mix it with some vegan mayo, mix it up with some avocado. That base with the tangy saltiness and the crunch of the sauerkraut turns it into a sort of slaw. It's really good for breakfast if you do scrambles or something like that. Put it on your avocado toast. You can have it as a snack, you can have it as a main meal, and you can even put it into soups or broths. Just be careful not to cook it too high or you'll kill all that goodness that you just made. Thanks so much for joining us. For more episodes of Plant-Based, subscribe to Well+Good's YouTube channel.